guys are doing well and staying safe. So as you guys can see from the title, we're going to be talking about pregnancy and how my first trimester went and all of that good stuff. If you've been out of the loop or you haven't been around or you're new here, hey girl, hey, what's up? Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell twice so that way you're notified every time I post a video. So if you've been out of the loop or you don't care or you don't know, I am expecting, yes, we are expecting baby number 3, baby wise number 3, Lord, 3 kids. Like, it's just mind-blowing. Like, we're about to have 3 whole kids. That's crazy. The big guy and I will do a video just sitting down talking about like our experience and everything, but so if we already recorded it, it'll be here, linked here and in the description box. But just know that we'll do that first, of course, before I post this video, so that way you guys can know from our perspective, or you know, from both of us, what happened. But specifically for this video, I want to talk about my first trimester and everything that occurred and all of that. So without any further ado, let's just hop into it. Y'all ready? Let's get it. So yes, I am expecting baby number 3, and I can say that the first trimester was very interesting. So all I know is when they say all pregnancies are different, all pregnancies are different. When I found out, I did not have any signs, I didn't have any symptoms. I just knew when my period was supposed to come because I keep track of all of that. Even when we weren't trying or planning, I just keep track of my cycle, because I feel as women we need to be more, you know, in tune with our body and just, you know, being in the know of how our body functions and everything. So just subconsciously, I just track my period and, you know, ovulation, all of that. Not for anything like pertaining to pregnancy or anything, but just because I'm a woman. So I knew my cycle was coming up. Sometimes they say women will have symptoms, or like they'll feel a certain type of feeling or something before conceiving or before they get their positive test and everything. So leading up to my positive pregnancy test, I really didn't have any symptoms, but I was really tired, and I just assumed that just because I'm a mom, you know, I work from home and all of that, I was just tired all the time. But I would notice that I was just really tired. And then I got the positive pregnancy test, and it just seemed like the fatigue just got bad. Like, I've never experienced fatigue the way that I have this first trimester. I think that was the worst, besides the headaches, which I'll talk more about. That was the worst symptom I've had, and I have it to this day, but it's not as bad because now that I'm in the second trimester, things are starting to lighten up a little bit for me. But man, like, it was to the point where like I just did not want to get out of bed. Like, I mean, I was fine and everything, but I was just so tired that I did not want to get out of bed. I would wash the dishes and I have to sit down because I'm tired. I would walk outside, do my exercise, and then I have to sit down because I'm tired. Like, the fatigue was real. So that's one thing that I experienced very badly this time around. With my previous pregnancies, like, I was not fatigued. You know, I was tired, but I wasn't fatigued. And there's a difference between being tired and fatigued. Like, fatigue is something totally different. So as time progressed, then I started noticing that I started getting headaches, and the headaches just would not go away. Before I got pregnant, I did experience some migraines and stuff like that, but you know, I'll take like Excedrin, Aleve, something that had a NSAID in it to help with the inflammation when it comes to migraines. It's like that. But when you're pregnant, they tell you don't take, you know, NSAID or whatever, because it's not, you know, it's not really good for the baby and everything. But statistically, it shows that you can take it. I'm not a doctor, so please seek health counsel before, you know, doing this. So statistics show that you just cannot take it after 20 weeks or in the 3rd trimester. But when you experience loss and all that, you don't want to risk anything. So So I brought it up to to the doctor and everything, and they prescribed me a medication, which I was weary about at first taking, but it seems to be the only thing that helps at the time. So I only take one, and I take it every 6 hours if I have to, but if not, then no. I want Baby Wise number 3 to be good and everything, and you know, too much acetaminophen. I'm sorry, acetaminophen is a joke when it comes to migraines. So, you know, but taking too much of it is not good for your liver. So I try to, you know, stay off of that and everything. But yeah, so besides the fatigue, headaches and migraines, I really haven't experienced morning sickness. That's why I was a little concerned, because you know, that's usually one of the main symptoms is morning sickness. Women just throw up every morning. They throw up through the day, and I wasn't. Like, I think out of the whole first trimester, I may have thrown up maybe 4 or 5 times, and I was a little concerned. I had to bring it up to the doctor in the first appointment, because I was like, is that normal? Because I thought that was like the typical, you know, morning sickness and everything, but I was good. But I had headaches, so I was like, dang, I'd rather throw up than have a headache, because when you have headaches, you just feel out of commission most times. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. So when I went to my first appointment, it was good. I was a little nervous, because you guys know from my previous experience this last time, when I went in for my first appointment, there was no heartbeat. There's pretty much nothing growing in me or whatnot, and my body just, I don't know, my body just did something where it just kept everything in for 10 weeks, and then my body just rejected everything. So I was a little nervous about, you know, going to the ultrasound, and, you know, just because I didn't want to be disappointed. I was nervous and everything, but as soon as she put it on there, she did the transvaginal, boom, the baby was there. Heartbeat, boom, 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 heartbeat strong. It was strong. And also, let me just tell you how God is so good. So I know I was ranting about healthcare here. It's still not the best. I mean, people hate the truth, but when it comes to healthcare and just learning what I know about healthcare worldwide, universal and nationally, healthcare is just not the best here. I mean, it's what it is what it is, but it's not like Houston or Dallas. So you know, I was ranting about healthcare, you know, with my experience with doctors and stuff like that here. So my old OB ended up moving, so it's kind of weird how all this kind of happened, because she was nice, I liked her and everything, but I guess because of how I was in the mood I was in, you know, I was kind of like just in my feelings. But when I called to make my first appointment, the doctor or the nurse assistant said that they were closing because she was moving. So I'm like, what? Well, dang, like, now I gotta find another doctor, and there's a lot of male doctors here, and just personal preference, I'm not comfortable with a male doctor and everything. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck is going on? So I was like, man, I'm gonna have to drive either to Corpus for healthcare, I'm about to drive to the Valley for healthcare, I'm about to drive to San Antonio. But I wanted healthcare, like I wanted the best healthcare, because there aren't any black doctors down here. There aren't any doulas. There's no doulas. There's finally a midwife who I'm with. So, and there's just no black OBGYNs. There's no black midwives, no black doulas. There's no black healthcare down here. And that's what kind of worried me, because just knowing about black maternal health and everything, and from having a black midwife both times, like a black midwife delivered Maddie, and I had a black midwife throughout my pregnancy. I mean, I had an OB and a midwife, but I saw the midwife more, but I saw the black midwife, and then when I delivered, I had a midwife. So I've always had a midwife. So to be here in an area where I don't have that, it's like concerning. But in the end of the day, I just trust God. Like, you know, he worked everything out where, like, okay, well, my other OB, you know, left and everything, and Also, the C-section rate is really high in this area. Like y'all probably like, girl, why do you know all this stuff? Because you have to do your research. Like you literally have to be your biggest advocate, especially when it comes to your body. Like this world will try to tell you what you need to do and what you don't do and all that to your body. But when it comes to like maternal health and stuff like that, you need to be your biggest advocate. And if you don't do your research, you just don't know what will end up or whatever. And just doing my own research, like I said, I love my OB, but she had a high C-section rate as well. And the C-section rate here is high because according to statistics, this is statistics, I mean, you can Google it, a lot of women have high blood pressure or obesity and stuff like that. So it's just safer and easier to have C-sections and stuff like that. And of course, I've heard other negative things as well, but I'm just praying to God that like whatever I'm supposed to do, he will work it out. Because I said if I ever get pregnant again, I want to have a home birth, but there aren't any midwives or doulas or doctors that do home births here. So I'm glad I still have time to plan out my birthing plan, because I really don't know right now. Like, I mean, I might have to drive up to San Antonio to deliver and, you know, be with a black midwife. I don't know, like I'm just talking right now, but like these are the things that I have to think about and I have to be on guard about. But luckily who I'm with is not bad. It's definitely just taking me some getting used to and just making sure that my voice is heard, making sure that my concerns are taken care of. And, you know, especially being a minority in an area where, like I said, I'm the minority, I'm the 1%, you know, I just don't want anybody just to tell me, oh, you're fine, oh, you're this, you're that, when it's something concerning. Because, you know, I want to make sure that I have a healthy pregnancy, I have a healthy delivery, and I've just been praying to God that, you know, he'll work it all out for me. So other than that, I'm 15, or when you guys see this, I'm 15 weeks. So I'm like almost halfway there. Like, what is the time going? Like, that is crazy. So yeah, I'll be 15. So I'm 15 weeks by the time you guys see this. And then I'll be 16 weeks at the end of the week. Every Saturday, I'm a new week. And then I'll be 20 weeks before I know it, which is crazy. And then I've gained weight. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell, like my face is a little fluffier. I'm already showing, I'll show you guys a belly shot at the end. It's just crazy like how everything's just different. So I might have to lay off the tacos and enchiladas for a while, because if it's going to contribute to my weight gain, I need to calm down on that, because your girl's putting on weight already. And you know, it's good weight, like it's a good thing, but you know, I want to make sure that it's healthy weight, not anything bad and stuff. So I'm in the second trimester, 15 weeks. I've gained weight. I know what the gender is. We found out what the gender is because we did the testing, the non-invasive testing. We did the same thing with Tristan, just because he had a miscarriage before we conceived him. And same thing with this one. We just wanted to make sure that baby's healthy, to bring up any concerns and stuff like that. So everything was good. Praise the Lord, everything was good. And also with that test, they tell you the gender. So we actually know the gender, and we'll do a gender reveal and all of that, so don't y'all worry. I'm trying to manage my stress and overwhelming, because it just feels like a lot. There's just a lot going on at once. Like, we sold our house, we moved, we're gonna be moving again. You know, it's just been a lot happening all at once while being pregnant, and it just feels like it's just been a lot, you know, just not having the support, you know, like we support each other. I mean, my husband is my ride or die, so we're gonna support each other, but like, you know, we don't have family and friends here that could just come by, help us and stuff like that. So we're pretty much just thugging it out on our own. Like, back at home, it was easier because, you know, we had our moms, we had friends, you know, to bring us stuff, to see if we need anything. So it's definitely a different transition as far as like my pregnancies before and how it is now, because we don't have that support. And it was kind of depressing at first, because you know, that first trimester, you don't want to say anything, you don't want to tell anybody, but I had to tell somebody. I told Emerald, you guys know Emerald from the Rice Life, because I just needed, for one, a mom, and I needed a praying mom to touch and agree with me about having a healthy pregnancy, and just to reach out when need be and stuff like that. So she was the first person besides my mom that I told that was pregnant, and you know, she's just been there and still is there to this day. And you know, it's just important to have a support system. You know, that's why I wish kind of like there was not this taboo around hiding it from the first trimester, but I can see why, because you just never know and everything. But other than that, I'm just grateful that I have her support, and now that people know, you know, some people reach out, most people don't, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried about outsiders and people. I'm just worried about my health. I'm more focused on my health, my wellness, the wellness of my growing baby, making sure that my 2 babies that I have now are taken care of, because I have an 8-year-old, I have a 3.5-year-old, I have a 8-month-old puppy. So I have responsibilities to take care of on top of trying to take care of myself. And I've been really, through prayer and therapy, I've really been intentional about my self-care. So if you guys want to see a self-care routine of how I do, you know, my wellness journey and everything while pregnant, let me know and I can do that. But that is my top priority, because like I said, I don't have support. I don't have support here. I'm pretty much doing everything like on my own now, as far as like, you know, taking care of my kids, now work and everything. So it's just a lot, but I'm making it my mission and my goal to just take it one day at a time, because if something can't get done today, it's gonna have to wait. And you know, especially with all these symptoms, it's like that, if it's just gotta wait, period, because I gotta take care of myself, I gotta take care of my husband, my kids, my growing baby, and just making sure that I'm staying in tune and aligned with God's promises and the purpose that He has for me. So that's the ultimate self-care right there, baby. But other than that, that is it. So like I said, y'all about to get some pregnancy videos and content stuff, because I really want to enjoy this journey. Probably this will be the last, because 3 kids is a lot, but you know, but God will never give you more than you can handle. And I'm grateful I love kids. I always wanted to be a teacher. I always wanted to work with kids. I actually worked with kids in daycares, at facilities and stuff like that. Like, I love kids, and so to have my own and to be having another one, I'm just grateful to be in this position. And I love kids. I just love kids so much. And so I want to enjoy this to the fullest. I want to just make memories. I want to make just fun, especially because I was so depressed during my first trimester. I just want to enjoy every single day, every single week, every single milestone, every single kick and flutter. Oh, actually, I can feel it, which I'll talk more about in the next video. I do feel something like it's like flutters. I've been feeling flutters, because I was thinking about getting a Doppler, but I know I've heard mixed reviews about it, and I don't want anything to mess with me emotionally and stuff like that. So I don't want to get a Doppler right now, but I feel like it's like something in there, and it's not gas either. It's not gas. So just feeling that once a day, I know that they're okay, and I'll pray that I continue to feel that until like we can actually see them moving and stretching, because that's reassuring that they're okay. And I'm just grateful, y'all. I'm trying not to cry. I don't want to cry my lashes off. I'm just grateful, and God has just been so good. So yeah, so let's see this belly girl. I have to get some new clothes soon, because baby is, yes, this is 15 weeks and baby is just a poppin'. Baby, turn around and let me see that sexy belly go bum bum bum. I love it. I love it. So thank you guys guys so much for tuning in and watching. And like I said, if there's any specific video requests that you guys would like to see, now that I'm feeling a lot better and you know I can record more like that, let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see, and I'll see you guys in the next one.